Hi guys, welcome to Asteroids episode 5. We're going to start by fixing a variable glitch. So turn this into change variable score by 1. Let's just test this out. Yes, it works. Now you may see that even if we touch the asteroid, the player does not die. So let's implement a death condition right now. Go to our player sprite, and then make a new custom block called death check. Make sure it's run without screen refresh. And then dragging death check right below movement. And then what you're going to do is if touching asteroids, then broadcast game over. And then when I receive game over, what you want to do is just stop everything. Stop all the scripts in the sprite. And then let's also hide everything. Hide the player. And then we stop all the scripts in the sprite. I'm just going to copy that. Paste it here. Get rid of the hide and stop with the scripts in the sprite. Drag and delete this clone. Paste that in the asteroid sprite. You're still going to stop with the scripts in the sprite because you still have a loop, and that's our clone factory. You're just going to delete this clone afterwards. So let's just see if this works. Okay, it works. But it's not visually appealing, right? So let's make a splash screen. Make a new sprite. I'm just going to call it Splash. And then, before you do anything, you want to fill the entire screen black. Okay? And now we can start making a type of thumbnail. I'm just going to copy the player. I'm going to make the player bigger. Just a little smaller. And then I'm just going to copy another bullet. And make the bullet bigger. And then I'm just going to add an asteroid. Okay. And before you do anything else, I'm just going to set the position to 0, 0. And then I'm just going to add a title. That's going to be Asteroids. I'm going to use a retro style font. That's going to be Pixel. I'm going to turn it white. There you go. Call it Asteroids. Then I'm just going to add a few more asteroids for more detail. Make sure to point them in different directions. And you can even adjust the asteroid itself. Okay. So this is going to be my splash screen. Call it screen. Okay. So what we want to do here now is that whenever you receive game over, you're just going to show. But whenever you receive setup, you're going to hide. And just for assurance, when green flag clicked, make sure to hide it. Okay, let's test this out. And then here comes the asteroid, and it works. Okay, now let's make this a bit more visually appealing, so that it like fades in. So what you want to do is, rather than hiding this, just stop the other scripts in the sprite, which prevents the player from moving. But when you show, make a new broadcast called hide, which basically hides everything. So when I receive hide, just gonna hide it. You're gonna delete. And when you receive game over here, don't delete don't do anything. Just gonna delete this clone here. Same thing for the asteroids. Don't delete this clone to stop other asteroids from spawning. And then when I receive hide, you're gonna hide everything. Actually, we're just going to move this here, get rid of the game over. Okay, so basically, whenever broadcast hide, everything just hides. Okay, so what should we do now? Well, what you can do now is you can, when you show it, you're going to go to, first of all, you're going to set ghost effect to 100 so that it's completely transparent and we can see everything. So for example, if I just die here, everything continues. I can't move, and this is being showed because it's completely transparent. So what we can do here is we can go to the front layer after you show it, and with a repeat 10, we can change the ghost effect by -10. And then we can just broadcast hide. And for assurance, we can set ghost effect to 0 at the end. Let's see what happens. It worked. And you see the players hidden, and there are no clones, and everything else is hidden except for the asteroid splash screen. Perfect. Now let's add a restart button. Make a new sprite. We're going to call this start button. I'm just going to use a button from the Scratch library and So I'm going to be using button 2/A. Delete the bling costume. Just gonna call this button. I'm gonna delete this, and then I'm going to center this. I'm going to turn this white. And using the retro style font, I'm going to turn this to a play button. Make sure everything is centered. Perfect. Okay. So this is going to be my play button. Make sure everything's centered. Okay, what you're going to do now is one green flag clicked, hide. When I receive setup, you're going to hide. Okay, so when we start, everything should be hidden. And what we're going to do is to make a new broadcast after our splash screen has been shown. We're going to call this show button. So when I receive show button, you're literally just going to show this. So let me just die pretty quickly. Okay, but we can't see the button, and that's because the button is in the back layer. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the back layer in the splash screen right after you broadcast hide, and then you're going to go to the front layer after you show. So let's test this out. There's an asteroid. It's going to run into the asteroid. Okay, it works. We could just use the when the sprite clicked broadcast setup, but that wouldn't be too professional. And if we wanted to add a animation to our button, we wouldn't be able to do that. So drag in a forever loop, and what you're going to do is if touching mouse pointer, you're going to change size by a subtraction operator. Okay. So size. So I'm going to have the button increase to size of 125. So do that, and then I'm just going to have multiplied by 0.2. Okay? And if you're not touching the mouse pointer, set it to 100. Let's see how the animation works. There you go, it works. Amazing. And what we can do is that we can also, at the beginning of the loop, before the loop starts, we can set size to 5% before you show it, and it'll look even cooler. See, it pops up, and we can do that. However, we still can't click it. So what we're going to do is drag in another if statement inside the if statement. And I'm going to do is if mouse down, then we're going to have a wait until not mouse down. And then you're just going to broadcast set up. And then stop the script. There you go. Let's see if this works. There you go, it works. Perfect. Okay. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.